Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing a practical comparison between the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 7 Pro. And yes guys, I had promised this video a long time ago, but I'm sorry, I'm just posting it now. But this is going to be a practical 10-point comparison because I have used both these smartphones now, and there are some differences. In fact, there are 10 different differences between these two phones. So hopefully after watching this video you'll get an idea which one might be better for your needs. So let's go over them. And the first thing is regarding the display. Obviously this is the OnePlus 7 Pro. This one has a bigger display, as you can see. Again, this one has actually a 6.67-inch display and almost edge to edge, and also on the edges we don't have any bezels or something because it has that rounded corners. Here on the OnePlus 7, as you can see, this has that notch design, and this has slightly smaller screen. In fact, this one is having a 6.41-inch screen, and also in terms of screen resolution we have a change. The biggest difference I feel is in the screens. This one is having that full HD plus display. Not a bad display, it's still an AMOLED display, hence the quality of the screen is really good. But the 7 Pro obviously has that quad HD plus display. And also another big thing about this one is that if, this one has option of going up to, if you go to the screen refresh rate, 90 Hertz. That is not there on the regular OnePlus 7. And I know some of you actually really like that. In fact, I was also checking out MKBHD tweets, and he really likes that 90 Hertz display. I would say this 90 Hertz display really makes a difference when you're scrolling too fast. For example, Facebook feed like that, or even Twitter feeds. It's a lot less choppier than the 60 Hertz. Again, if you don't scroll them side by side, you won't notice. Not to say that the display on the regular OnePlus 7 is bad, but that's the big difference, I would say. Screen size, quad HD screen, and the big thing is that 90 Hertz display, in my frank opinion. Now, another thing is that this one has that notch design. This is similar to the OnePlus 60, I would say. Whereas we don't have a notch, we have that pop-up camera on this, and if I go over here, it pops up like this. So that's the big difference between them. And now coming to another important thing is regarding the weight. Definitely the OnePlus 7 Pro is more chunkier, I would say. It's weighing a lot more. In fact, the regular OnePlus 7 is 182 grams, whereas the OnePlus 7 Pro is 206 grams. And yes, it does feel slightly on the heavier side. But I would say when I was testing this OnePlus 7 Pro, after about 3 or 4 days, I did get used to this one. But definitely, yes, the OnePlus 7 is lighter to hold. Now moving to another thing, and this is sort of miscellaneous, I would say. In terms of colors also, yes, I would say the OnePlus 7 regular one is sort of more fingerprint magnet. This one, because the Pro has that slightly matte-ish screen, yes, it's not a big fingerprint magnet. And also in terms of colors, I feel we have slightly better choices on this 7 Pro. For example, personally I like this one. This is that nebula blue, they call it. It's actually the best color, I personally feel. You also have this new blue color on the regular OnePlus, and in fact this is exclusive to India. But again, in color choices, I would say the OnePlus 7 Pro has slightly better colors. Again, you have that standard dark black color in both of them if you want. Now moving to the next thing, that is the haptic feedback. That is the vibration feedback that you get on these. And in fact, I would say, if even first let's talk about the OnePlus 7. And even if we talk about the OnePlus 7, I would say the vibration motor has been improved compared to earlier OnePlus devices. It's much improved, I would say. And you also have that settings over here. But if I compare both of them side by side, I would definitely say that the vibration motor is better on this OnePlus 7 Pro. This feels actually very, very premium, like high-end Android phone. So the haptic feedback is definitely slightly better on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now moving to the next thing, that is regarding the camera. Here again we see a lot of differences. Here on the 7 Pro, obviously we have that triple camera setup. The main camera is a 48 megapixel with f1.6 aperture. Then we have that wide angle lens, that's 16 megapixel. And lastly, we also have a zoom. That's an 8 megapixel 3x zoom on this one. Whereas if we just move to the regular OnePlus 7, here we have that 48 megapixel sensor. Again, it's the same Sony IMX586 sensor. Hence, the image quality is pretty good, but the aperture is f1.7 if I recall, and the secondary camera is just a 5 megapixel depth camera. So in terms of camera, I would say yes, both of them do a good job in my opinion, but the 7 Pro definitely has a more versatile camera. You get that wide angle option and even that zoom option, which is simply not present on the regular OnePlus 7, as you can see with the sample. So definitely, if camera is the highest priority, I feel the 7 Pro, because of that versatile camera, goes ahead. Now moving to the front facing camera here, both of them are actually almost identical. Both have a 16 megapixel camera. The only difference is that this one has that notch design, whereas this, as I've mentioned earlier, we have that pop-up camera. Some people like it, some people don't. So that's the difference. But one thing to note is that if you're going to use the face unlocking option, that is definitely faster on the regular OnePlus 7. On this also it works, that option is there, but it takes half a second because the camera has to rise up like this. So again, front facing camera, I'm sort of neutral. It's your personal opinion, but rear facing camera, definitely the Pro is a better one. Another important thing is the fingerprint scanner on this one, and here I would say you'll be happy with either one of them. This is the OnePlus 7, as you can see, really blazingly fast fingerprint scanner. The in-display fingerprint scanner is really fast, one of the fastest that I have seen in the industry, and here also, as you can see. So in terms of fingerprint scanner, I would say I'm neutral. Both of them are really fast, and in fact, just 2 days ago I had unboxed the Note 10 also. In fact, I would say definitely these in-display fingerprint scanners are faster than Samsung S10 Plus and even the Note 10. So again, in terms of these in-display fingerprint scanner, I'm sort of neutral. They're really blazingly fast on both these smartphones. Now moving to the speakers, the good thing is that even this regular OnePlus 7 has a stereo speaker setup, and the speakers are good, and obviously this Pro also has a stereo speaker setup. And I did the casual testing, the same video I played it at max volume, and in fact the volume level is also good on this regular OnePlus 7, but I felt in terms of maximum volume the 7 Pro was going slightly louder, not by huge margin but slightly louder. Moving to other things is regarding the battery capacity. Both are actually very different. In fact, the OnePlus 7 has a 3700 milliamp hour battery, whereas this Pro has a 4000 milliamp hour battery. And you might think that the Pro might be getting better battery life, but that's not the truth, guys. I tested both these devices, and in fact I would say the OnePlus 7 goes slightly ahead in terms of battery life. In terms of SOT, I would say most times I was getting almost about 30 minutes of extra screen on time with the regular OnePlus 7 compared to the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's not to say that the OnePlus 7 Pro's battery life is bad, but if I compare just the battery life in both of them, yes, the OnePlus 7 was giving me slightly better battery life. But now moving to the charging, both have that fast charging on this, and we have the dash charging, 20 watt dash charging on the regular OnePlus 7, whereas on the Pro, OnePlus is giving us that new wrap charger, which is a 30 watt charger. So definitely for top-ups and quick charges, the OnePlus 7 Pro is charging slightly quicker. But again, the regular OnePlus 7 is no slouch in my opinion. Now moving to another thing is lastly the pricing. I would say in terms of pricing, definitely the OnePlus 7 is way more aggressively priced at 33,000, whereas the OnePlus 7 Pro goes for about 49,000. So you are paying that slight premium. And to summarize, I've made some notes, so I'll just look at that. I would say to summarize, your Pro is the one that you should go if you are ideally looking for a larger screen device, and that 90 Hertz display is important for you. Again, go to a store and check out that. I would say some people really like that 90 Hertz display, so check that. Also, a big thing is that if you need that camera thing, that wide angle lens and that zoom lens, then yes, the Pro would be better. So if you take a lot of photographs and stuff, definitely the Pro's triple camera setup is ideal. Now moving to another thing is that some people like that full view display that you're getting on this 7 Pro because of that pop-up camera. So that is also one more thing. And lastly, if you have the budget, because this is priced at about 49,000, that is also an important part. But I would say the OnePlus 7 might be a better phone for you if I would say still it's a fast phone, because both of them are actually having the Snapdragon 855 SoC. So again, in terms of daily performance or anything, you don't have to worry about these phones. Both are same, both are blazingly fast. Also, I love the fact that both of them are getting the Oxygen OS, so you don't have to worry about that one. So that's also a good thing. And again, if you're not a very camera centric person, I would say even the 48 megapixel camera on this one is actually really good. And with the last couple of updates, the camera performance has actually improved quite a bit. In fact, when I did my review about 2-3 months ago, I was not that impressed with the camera, but now both the 7 Pro and the 7, with the last few updates, the camera has hugely improved. So if you don't care about that wide angle lens, then you can go with this one. And again, obviously, if you're on a tighter budget, then obviously this OnePlus 7 makes more sense. But the good thing is that both of them run on Oxygen OS, so that's actually a really nice thing. And also in terms of updates, you don't have to worry about them, because you do get the updates. This is the OnePlus 7, and if I go about the phone and look at the Android version on this one, again, as you can see, we are having the latest security update. That's the 1st August, and that's the same case even on the 7 Pro. So in terms of updates, you don't have to worry. And I still like how fast this Oxygen OS is. So hopefully this video makes sense and helps you in deciding which one is better for you, the OnePlus 7 or the OnePlus 7 Pro. So you guys let me know which one would be your pick, the OnePlus 7 or the OnePlus 7 Pro, and why. And guys, as I've mentioned, now with the latest updates, the performance of the camera and general performance has improved on these devices. So if you guys really want, I do a re-review, relook at this OnePlus 7 Pro, do let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully in the next week or so, I can do that. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.